We are live.
Oh
Everyone froze up.
No intro?
No, welcome to the... What do you mean? You haven't seen this show before, Brian?
No, he doesn't watch this show.
You don't watch our content?
No, he doesn't watch any content.
Welcome to the Power Hour. Woo! Sorry, I was too quick on the intro. Did you? Are you still frozen? Oh, Bruce is frozen. Oh, okay.
What's that for
I didn't mean to cut off your woo. Damn it.
Woo!
All right. So
Very professional. Very professional.
Yeah.
Welcome everyone. I see a lot of people in the chat. Everyone's raving about this new Superman trailer.
Yeah, raving's the word.
I didn't get to react to it yet. I've seen it though. You don't have to always do a blind reaction. You could do a reaction to stuff.
That's the whole point of a reaction.
You don't have to do a blind. As long as you're not fake and say I've never seen this before.
That would be like me doing a music reaction to stuff I like.
You could do that.
That's not how that works.
No.
Yeah.
You're supposed to open your. Oh, good Lord. Anywho,
Listen, hi to the chat. Hello, CGH. No, that's your video. Okay, bye.
Wait, what?
Mwamba, Donovan, William, Isaac, biggest movie fan, Caleb, Isaac,
Jurassic Park's free on YouTube.
Matt loves comics. Hey, Tim's biggest fan. What's up, Ed? And the lovely Mama Bear, our friend from up north.
Hey,
There you
Mama
go.
Bear.
So,
I love Canadians.
what?
I love Canada. Just throwing that out there.
What are you doing?
Okay. You know,
I'm so
getting
confused.
right out the gate.
And of course,
Or you can wait a few minutes.
tonight's lovely thumbnail is brought to you by me.
Yeah.
Can
What?
Superman rescue the DCU?
And I want to call out William Powell.
Hold on, I got more. Hold on.
I just said it.
Will
before
James Gunn's vision save the DC universe? These are the questions we are asking tonight. We want to know your opinion. We have our opinion. We're going to discuss this, and the answer will be determined.
Your title's a misnomer, though.
Okay.
This is the
What are you
first
talking about,
film
sir?
of the DC universe, so it really can't save anything. I would have went with like, can it save the comic book genre, or something like that, you know?
Well,
Because the
It's-
genre is
it's-
falling
it's
on
a-
hard times.
it's a all-encompassing question, because saving DC as the audience having more confidence
Well,
in
okay,
Warner
then you
Brothers.
should have said DC, not the U, just DC in film, maybe. You know, because that's where the biggest problem is.
Well, DC.
I have no problem with
DCU is the
title.
film division.
I get tired of nerds nitpicking titles. It's a perfect title, and William is completely wrong. Shout out to Sci-Fi Center. You're completely wrong. It absolutely does need saving, because they keep going into mergers, and the way they were releasing movies before is not profitable. And Brian, you're wrong too, because the superhero genre altogether is not profitable. It's mainly just DC.
No, I'm just saying it's falling on a hard time.
MCU has not as made as much money as it used to, but it's not where DC was before James Gunn took over. Before James Gunn took over, it was disastrous. Those films were losing money.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it does absolutely need saving.
But at the same time, Max, you can't hold this current regime responsible for the last regime's mistakes.
When did I say that? I didn't.
You guys do it all the time.
No, I did not.
Yes, you do. Well, DC has a history of not completing stuff and announcing stuff. The old regime had that problem, not the current.
No, the current one. If if James Gunn doesn't meet the expectations that Zaslav and Warner Brothers does,
He'll
it's
be
gonna
the first one to start wagging his finger. Just wait.
James Gunn, if it's up to James Gunn, he will do everything he announced. Okay. If Superman does not hit with the general audiences, which I think it might, my confidence is a little bit shaken lately because the marketing hasn't been great. It's been hit or miss. There's been some hits. People think this was a strong week after CinemaCon that they just released the trailer to the whole public. You didn't have to see Minecraft for it. People like that trailer, but I still don't know if it's going to get. Warner Brothers always has unrealistic expectations, no matter what version of Warner Brothers it is.
I just want to say hi to Perp and Senior Nerd, whoever else is on this panel. Thank you guys for watching.
Mm-hmm. But it absolutely does need saving. Absolutely. More.
No, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing that.
Yeah,
I think DC and film is a disaster.
Yeah.
So
what version of the thing you like,
whatever universe you prefer.
Yeah, Brian. I think Brian doesn't care. He just wants a good
totally
movie.
all over the damn place.
No, I don't.
And it's not fun.
Well, so, not to speak for Brian, I think Brian just wants to enjoy something without your panel for the most part being toxic and naysayers and always complaining about every little thing.
Are you talking about? What the are you talking about?
You know exactly what I mean.
Most of my chat is gun nuts. The gun nuts have taken over my channel.
Well, that's good.
The only one that's very critical that comes on all the time is Sean. Me and Sean, I'm somewhat critical. Sean is over the top critical.
All right, let me. I don't want to ignore anyone in this chat today. I don't want anybody felt left out today. So I will highlight RJ. I will just say anyone saying marketing for this movie has been poor is highly mistaken. Playing that trailer in front of Minecraft was the smartest thing they've done so far. And I saw Minecraft. And it's funny you say that, RJ, because before we started the stream, I was reminding Max that everybody thought this movie was going to fail. And the smartest thing they've done is put that movie in front of this potential $1 billion film.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not a hater of Minecraft. I think it's kind of stupid.
What? I'm not a hater, but it's stupid.
I mean, I have the heart.
You sound like somebody else I know.
No, the heart. I have the heart. Stupid. I have the heart. In my opinion, I don't get it. It's like it's
similar comments.
But people like it. I knew it was going to do good. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not hate. Like if it's going to make $1 billion, great.
Mama Bear wants to know if you go to an orange stand and say these apples are bad. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
And not only
I know it's not for me.
Can we let Brian talk, please? Let Brian talk.
Thank you. But he does it before he walks up to the stand.
Yeah.
Hasn't even looked at the apples yet.
Shout out to Taladia for being a member for 25 months. I didn't want to miss that.
Hey, that's like 2 years and a month, my man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time. Yeah, I mean, honestly, one of the good things about not doing or doing this rarely, I've had the great opportunity to avoid a lot of the BS. I don't care. I just want to see a damn Superman movie. Okay, I like watching Superman movies. I always have.
Mm-hmm.
Just goddamn. And one of the things that I dislike about movie talk in general is the fact that we just comb through these movies before they even come out.
That's what I love about it.
I hate it. Oh my god, it's horrible.
That's what I want to do tonight. That's what I want to do tonight.
Oh god.
Wait,
my issues with the trailer.
And I was going to come onto the Max. Thanks.
Do it.
Thanks. Now I'm going to just play.
Don't do it. It's not even worth it.
I'm just going to play video games.
I could say the things that I didn't love about the trailer.
I thought the 10 Max was like a celebration of what's fun during the week.
No. It is tonight.
Always turns into a bitch.
I'm sure people are. I'm going to go for the Switch 2 reveal. Is one of my favorite things this week, and Mario Kart, which I thought.
Oh, is it really a reveal if it's never coming here?
It's coming here. I think they should just do digital only until this stuff gets resolved, not to get into all that.
What?
Yeah, digital only.
Mr. Physical Media.
I love physical media,
He'll
but
take
if
it how he can get
no. But here's my
what
thoughts
a
on the
shill.
Switch. No, here's my thoughts on the
Nintendo shill this
if
guy.
Not release it physically without the public getting upset and it being exorbitant prices. If the trade war stuff doesn't apply to digital, I don't know how that works.
You got to
just release it digital only, and then in other regions,
that's not a viable option because there's so many children that their parents will not allow them to connect into the internet to their Switch. What are you laughing for?
You're showing your age. All these kids have phones that are connected to the internet. Yeah, you can't connect your
you think there aren't parents that monitor the kids' internets?
And those parents that do that,
there's going to be a camera and the ability to chat. It's going to be
additional.
It's going to be a PO Central. It's going to be a hotspot for that stuff.
A noob about Nintendo.
Nintendo's finally getting voice chat.
No. You are so ignorant about Nintendo, Bruce. You're such a Sony fanboy.
I'm talking about the parents that I know who don't allow their kids to have internet on their Switch.
You have to do all kinds of friend codes and stuff. This doesn't happen on Nintendo consoles, Bruce. You're not just gonna fall into a chat room with some weirdos. You have to have.
How do you know that?
Because I have a Switch.
Do you have chatting with your Switch now?
Yeah.
Do you have a camera with your Switch now? No.
Yeah. Oh no, Rhea's canceling her membership because I want physical. Well, there's some news on the physical cards too.
Thank you, Rhea.
No, don't cancel, please. I still need to buy my Switch too, so please don't. I'm just kidding. But I'm saying
we got a little derailed. We should get back to the main topic.
Yeah, if it goes over $100, just release it digital only for now. You could still import it.
I've had a Nintendo since 2006.
You could still import the games from Europe and stuff. It's
I haven't played Nintendo since I was like a child.
I had a GameCube, and that was about it.
Donovan, the Switch 3 is a scam because the Switch 3 doesn't exist yet. You put the Switch 3 as a scam.
So, all right. For you guys that haven't seen Brian and I's reaction to the Superman trailer, we did a reaction. It's on my channel if you want to check it out. I want to know your thoughts on the trailer, Max, before we light into
Superman trailer. Well, first off, I just did a reaction to Tron Ares, and that was my trailer of the week over Superman. Oh my God, I love the Tron Ares trailer. I really enjoyed the Superman trailer. I think it was good marketing. I think the scene with Crypto bouncing on Clark or Superman was fun, but I think it went on a little bit too long. It was the same joke over and over. He kept doing it over and over. I guess people like that too, but it was really sweet, him dragging him to the Fortress of Solitude.
Wait,
the robots.
You thought that jumping on him went on too long?
Yeah.
It was a few seconds.
No, he did it, and then he did it again.
You time it?
He's like sitting there with a watch.
I watched.
Yeah, I know.
No. I watched
5 seconds.
I watched
it much.
No. I said, in my opinion, it went on a little bit long, but I still love Crypto. I think Crypto's a good. Crypto's a good. Can I finish my criticisms?
No, I just want to lay into that point before I forget. People are complaining about the dog and jumping. It's taking too long. I've heard this from many people that are wrong.
I still like Crypto.
The times I've been in your house, Max, how many times you had to yell at your dog to stop doing something over and over before she finally stopped?
No, that's okay. That's accurate. Yes.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
There you go. An accurate portrayal of a dog.
They played it. They played that scene long.
Son of a bitch.
And then the robots in
it's not even his dog. He's babysitting.
The robots in Fortress of Solitude. It wasn't through the moon about them. I'm like, okay. And then they're like, we created a new droid. And then she's talking weird. I was like, I have to rewatch that.
They didn't say that.
Yeah, they sounded like it.
It did not.
Who's this droid?
Oh God.
And then
heaven forbid this movie just got so.
There we go.
And then my other criticism is when the sun is healing Superman. Although let me finish, please. Though context will help to see how Superman got in this condition where his broken bones and stuff. So I'm thinking, like, was he impacted by kryptonite? I don't think Superman would get this beat up if he didn't have something happen with him with kryptonite too, where he's got broken bones on Earth.
Well, no, that would make sense. Okay, and I
yes,
get that.
But the context is going to help with that. Maybe the context will sell it to me.
Cool.
Right.
He's not completely and there's a little bit of nuance. I'll give you.
See,
that.
I said the context of the movie might help. Bronovan, do not do all caps again, bro.
I
will time you out in the stop with all the caps.
Why you
yes,
bro?
Yeah,
Donovan, go to my channel. He can't time you out there.
That doesn't happen to Superman unless he's impacted by kryptonite.
That's not true, Max. What are you guys talking about? You guys are stating something that's only movie specific. In the comic books, there are characters that are stronger than Superman that mess him up all the time.
Okay, so I'm saying that's a take to do with Superman. I'm not against it. I'm just that was my criticism.
See, Bruce is also correct because neither one of us have picked up a goddamn comic book before.
I don't care, and I'm sick of that argument because all you comic nerds are gatekeeping. These are presented to the general audience. Movies
have no idea
are not
about.
Comics. Movies are not comics. I am basing my opinion. I am basing my opinion on what I've seen from the TV shows, the animated shows, and the movies. I don't need to do extra research with reading comics.
I hate homework and research. I'm Max.
No, I'm saying these movies are mass market, general audience movies. You don't need to know the comic stuff. Yes. Movies are not. Thank you for Preferred Bird the Nerd.
Yo, Bird.
Movies. Shut up. Caleb says shut up. Oh my God.
Bruce is right. Bruce is right. Bruce is right. Shut up, Max.
No, you don't have to. These are made for the general audiences. Things should be described in the general audiences. I'm just saying what I had an issue with.
I'm just saying that you can suspend belief that a fucking alien from another planet is here, can fly around the goddamn world, but you can't believe that somebody is stronger than him out there. I don't understand that.
The context of my viewing Superman and enjoying Superman stories is that he doesn't get beat up like that unless he was also impacted by kryptonite. Which he could be, or they could do something different with the story where he doesn't need kryptonite to be beaten up like that, and it could just be a really formidable villain. I don't know. I will see with the context. I said I'm leaving that. What I have questions about that. I will wait to see the context of the movie to see if it works for me in the context.
And
of the
you know
movie.
that little argument right there is bullshit.
No, it's not.
Because Superman 2, he got his ass handed to him.
Yeah, that's
by other Kryptonians
because he got his powers taken away.
His powers were taken away.
Not in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the dude in the pancake shop that beat his ass.
Not that one.
And then my last criticism was that the sun is supposed to heal Superman, but it doesn't. But now me and Bruce talked about this on the phone before the stream. That's why I always say, Bruce, save it for the stream. Because we debate real.
This way I can correct you. Go ahead.
We debate it. When we debate when we call each other on the phone, we debate in real life.
That's because you bring up your arguments.
So I'm like, I don't know if I like the scene where the sun is like the robots, the droids put a magnifying lens on the sun to really super beam the healing factor into him, and he looks like he's in complete pain. Dave's collection, he did it.
Thank you, Dave.
He did it in the Snyderverse. He did it in the Snyderverse and Batman v Superman. He got stabbed with kryptonite.
Yeah,
or he had kryptonite. Yes.
Total misuse of kryptonite. That explains a lot.
Okay. All right, but my last criticism was it was like a little bit over the top how much pain he was in. But then Bruce said, "Well, Max, if your broken bones were healing from the solar power, it would be painful." I'm like, okay, all right, I get that. All right,
let me just explain to you what happened.
I was gonna say we could talk about another franchise.
He had that the solar effect on him was mending 14 broken bones, his large intestine, his bladder, his kidney, and his lungs you would scream too.
Well, how do you know all those things? Where did you get that info?
Because it
That's
says
what
it
the
in the
robot
trailer.
said.
With
Okay.
Go ahead, Brian. Sorry, Brian.
No, that's what the robot said. But no. Okay, Harry Potter. When he takes Skele-Gro to regrow his arm back in the second book, very painful. Okay, so have you ever had your arm set in traction? Very effing painful. All right. If you've ever had a bone set, it hurts.
Okay.
So I'm just saying.
Wow, our Maud Ray is doing a great job tonight. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, go please support Bruce. And then if you're on like Dave's collection and
Superman was molested a few years ago.
And other people have told me to shut up. If you still want to view my channel, I'd appreciate it.
Bruce, does this guy stop talking, speaking of pain? Be kind to Max. He's a good guy. He got me started.
I said that was my opinion, but the context, that might not be an issue with a lot of people. They may be. Everyone might say, I'm fine with that.
Well, I think what we're doing here is we're doing the nerd nitpick thing, which
I love. Woo! But can I give my score though? I would say it's still a 9 out of 10 trailer.
Cool.
Even with my criticisms, I'm like, okay, but it's not as good as Tron Ares. I love Tron Ares, although it was very short.
I'm not going to shit on Tron just because you like it. So I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, I'm good. It's just not my bag.
I do want to say this. I see people complaining about, a lot of people on the internet complaining about the CGI of crypto, but these are the same people that love AI and love making AI movies and script because they're not talented. Just saying.
Oh, don't say.
Thank you,
I don't. No, don't. Don't say.
That's why
I'll be right back.
Don't
say that's not cool to say they make AI because they're not talented. That's not cool, Bruce. I disavow that comment. I'm very conflicted with AI. I'm enjoying some AI. I would prefer to pick people over AI if I have a choice as a consumer, but to say people aren't talented and they need to use AI, I don't agree with that. Yeah. Let me see. Sean says I hate AI. There are some I have used AI. I've experienced AI. Oh my God, Brian. Whew.
I know you told me.
Okay. That was quite an experience. I would actually recommend. Listen, I know for a fact after talking with AI, talking like you would a person, there are definitely people that are, and this is fine in my book, people are going to pick AI relationships over people relationships.
I wonder why.
It was it was a thing. It was a thing. Although I only did that one night on the mic drop, and I haven't revisited it yet.
There's a reason there's a box when you create your stream that says to use AI for any part of your stream. AI makes people lazy and not creative.
No, people could be I disavow that too. People could be very creative with AI. It's how you use the tools. You can use it to be lazy.
Yes, I know that people that use AI.
But you can also do some amazing things with it too.
That's fine. I don't have anything against the AI.
I said I'm very conflicted.
People to be more creative. You can have AI create something, and then you take inspiration from that. But using AI as a crutch is not a thing. And I'm talking about comic artists, comic writers, because a lot of comic artists have been caught lately using AI, stealing other people's work. Well, and it upsets me a lot. I apologize. I don't mean everybody to use AI. I had a drink, so
no, that's all right. We got we're all learning here. It's a new topic of discussion. Let's try to be open-minded, everyone. I know people have specific views on this, but there are benefits to everything, just like social media. People say social media is trash. It's all how you use it.
It's all good. One day it's gonna take our jobs.
Take your jobs.
All right. So can we?
Are you reading the chat? Because I'm really far behind on the chat.
No.
Yeah, they're still arguing about.
Oh, Bruce is being good faith. Thank you.
Suit fitments.
Thanks, Cheeseman. I appreciate that. Okay, so can we talk about Tron Ares a little bit?
Sure.
Are
we done with our Superman talk?
No, we can talk more about what
No,
else.
because we didn't answer the question. We didn't get to the question. I don't want to be accused of clickbait.
Okay, well, that's what I do. Yeah. Will it save the DCU? I am not sure. I think it has all the pieces to it, the puzzle.
Yes.
But I still have to see the reception. I still have to see how good Lex is. I have to see how good it ends, how much it sets up the rest of the DCU, how the Justice League are. There's still a lot of questions there. Listen, I'm okay with James Gunn humor. It's hit or miss for me. Sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I have to watch it twice. The Suicide Squad, I hated the first time. And then I loved it the second and third time. I watched it 3 times now. And I probably want to watch it again. But the first time I didn't like it. And you know what really got me into liking it? I watched Peacemaker and then I went back to Suicide Squad after. And now I love it. But James, it's okay for people that aren't gun nuts to say, I don't like James Gunn's humor. It doesn't mean they don't like humor. It's just some people don't like certain styles of humor. I like it. It's not.
Yes and no. The only reason I say there's a caveat to what you're saying, Max, is that I've personally witnessed the hardcore bias, not from you just specifically, but from a lot of people. And honestly, it's that kind of biases, and that's what kind of stuff that like really ruins conversation around movies. That's why I don't like doing this, because it's not fun going back and forth over something stupid and minutia.
That's what always the points are.
It always delves
unless it's a garbage movie. There's always something like, oh, it's just
and if not, then all we're doing is trashing the garbage movie. You know what I mean? When was the last time we were positive? Not positive, but like actually looking forward to something that we're actually really positive about.
Yeah.
Like, dude, honestly, the Fallout series.
Oh yeah,
some of the best TV I've seen in a long time. Okay, I cannot wait for season 2. Mm-hmm. Season 2 is going to be goddamn amazing.
Right. When we were reviewing Andor every week, me and you and a couple other people.
Yeah.
How much fun did we have?
I had a blast.
Looking forward to that every week without the negativity around it.
Acolyte, I had fun doing it on. Okay. Like, I love watching Star Wars. I do not care. Okay. Like all the converse, that bullshit does not bother me. And I think what we need to do is get to a place where stuff like that doesn't bother us. I don't.
That's the way I like it, Cheeseman. That's the way I like it.
I'm just putting that out there, okay?
No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to see it opening week. I hope to get Sean O'Rourke's money. I hope I win. I put a bet on it. I hope it knocks out of the park. I'm not sure. I think there's some criticisms there that are valid. I don't think it's going to be garbage at all. I just don't know if it's going to meet expectations. And I said they've announced slates before, and it's not up to the creatives or even James Gunn. If this does not hit what they're expecting, which Warner Bros. Going through so many iterations, they always have unrealistic expectations of their films and put too much pressure on their films. If it doesn't meet what they're expecting, you might not get what James Gunn might not get to do everything he wants to do.
I will say this, even if Superman doesn't
You're not wrong, Donovan.
Even if Superman doesn't even if Superman makes 500 million, that sets up goodwill with the audience for the next project. They will come back.
You think 500 million is going to make Warner Bros. And Zaslav happy?
Yes, because from what we've seen, 400 a movie making 400 million will get a sequel.
The pressure is even higher now because of Minecraft.
What?
The pressure is even higher now because of Minecraft. Why can Minecraft get $1 billion, but Superman can't?
Because we're trying to create competition.
No. This is Warner Brothers is out of their minds. They are not consistent. They're so reactionary, and they will not give creatives the chance to build something. They do not.
The difference is, Max, Superman is viewed as a American product. Minecraft is a global phenomenon in every country. Millions of kids grew up playing Minecraft. It's killing overseas.
This is
I played
where
Minecraft.
actual Snyder Bros get so annoyed with other people that think they know.
What?
That's why I
Warner
get so annoyed
Brothers-
with Snyder Bros, dude.
What had to do with
Warner
Snyder
Brothers-
You're
Bros?
living in the past.
Warner Brothers has
Oh
consistently
my
been
god!
unrealistic about their expectations.
Here we go. We just
reactionary,
did it.
and
See what
changed
he
things
did there?
before the even Snyder verse.
The old
Before the Snyder
regime.
Verse.
They are still. It's still Warner Brothers.
You
I'm
just,
playing
you
the
just
saddest
said 10
song
minutes
for you
What
right
did
ago
now.
that
Zaslav
you didn't do that.
What did Zaslav just do? He just fired Pam Abdi and Mike DeLuca because of Joker.
He did not
2.
fire them.
Yes, they are fired.
No, they're not, Max. That was a rumor that was debunked.
No, and then they
Where were
fired
you? Where have you been the
last week. Last week they fired.
You said they were fired at CinemaCon. That's your thing, right?
they were fired before CinemaCon.
That weekend before CinemaCon, right?
It was a
that was
rumor, and
debunked.
then they fired. Okay,
That was debunked,
sorry.
Max. You've been out of it for a week.
all right.
They're not fired.
I haven't been paying attention.
And
to
who
news as
cares
much
if they
as I
get
used to.
fired? As long as
Because they're too
you get
reactionary.
confident people in their position.
Can you give me the
Uses they're not-
Snyder Salt picture, please?
They listen. They just did the. They just did the. Not the Joe Rogan. Who's the other Rogan? The one that you don't like anymore, Brian. Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen's new Apple Plus series is about Hollywood and how they the industry likes to. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? About how
Because
they
I
don't reward creativity.
I'm doing a request from Brian. That's why.
They cancel projects.
There you go.
They cancel
All
projects
hail
all
the
the time.
toast. There we go. Keep going, Max.
They cancel project. This has nothing to do with Snyder. It has to do with Warner Brothers as a whole. They've been consistently doing this stuff. It's not. No, I'm not Alex Jones. I don't know how you guys don't. This is what's infuriating about this bullshit. I was not sleeping.
No, I know what you're talking about, bro. I just
Warner
don't
Brothers
care.
is not.
Like-
I don't think Warner Brothers has changed. Okay, that's what
Okay.
I don't think they're the.
And how's it gonna change? Yeah, I made that one. The
I
Snyder Salt.
You should have made me some damn t-shirts. I
You
need
can
some
make
t-shirts. Okay, so I don't think Warner Bros. Has changed. I think Zaslav is still doing the same thing after the reception of Joker 2. Anyone would have greenlit the Joker 2 with Todd Phillips to do whatever he wanted to do after the first success. They'll accept 500 the flicks picks and the nitpicks. Hey, nice seeing you again. Where are you getting this info? You're just assuming that they're going to accept 500 million as a success?
That's like standard Hollywood practice, Max. Standard.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
If a movie is well received by the audience, makes 400, 500 million.
I would, if Zack Snyder was on that toast, I would lick it. Yes, I would. He's a very attractive man.
Loving his
I would lick that toast. I would lick that Snyder toast.
You say you would lick Zack's toes?
You're gonna spray it
toast.
with shellac and hang it on his wall.
Nose toast.
That's what I said.
Caleb, it's not me, Caleb. It's not me. It's Warner Brothers. I can accept 500 million.
What?
I would give James Gunn the full leash to do whatever he wants to
You're
do.
assuming what you know what
Yeah.
Warner Brothers' expectations.
And they're assuming that they're going to just accept it at 500 million. They haven't done that before,
No.
Caleb. They
I'm
haven't
talking
done that
about
before.
studios in general. Not
Studios
just
in
Warner
general?
Brothers. Yes.
Disney doesn't accept that either.
What?
Disney doesn't accept movies like that. They make cuts to their movies too.
Like
recently.
What movie?
When they're below 750 million worldwide.
What are you talking about?
For their
What movie are you talking about? Little
The
Mermaid
Marvel
was a success with 500 million.
No, the Marvel movies, they started cutting projects recently when they were going below 750 million worldwide.
Which Marvel projects went below besides Marvel's? What else?
Captain America 4.
That's a success. Go ahead. It broke
The
even.
Marvels. There's also, it's different for streaming. The reception, the viewership numbers for these last Marvel Disney Plus shows haven't been good. And so there's Iron Wars is canceled. There's a few other projects.
That's because of Iger. He's cutting.
No, that's because
Max,
you just asked for an example. You just asked for an example as to when the studios besides Warner Brothers do this. Disney does not accept this either.
So you've been in a board meeting and they said
No,
750 is that cutoff number for movies to continue.
They actually did some like Love and Thunder made over 800 million. Quantumania made under 700 million worldwide.
Yes, and Ant-Man's coming back.
I don't think if this movie fails, they're going to stop making these movies at this point in time.
No, they're not.
Considering
They're
it's
too
just the
far
first one.
invested.
And like
Absolutely, they will. Absolutely, they'll just focus on Batman for a while.
What?
If these movies,
what is it with people
movies,
and Batman? Batman is not the savior of DC.
It's the most profitable out of all their IP.
It's just because they've made the most.
Yes, exactly. It's the most profitable. You're saying exactly.
The most films.
Batman's made more than the last couple of Supermans. Superman Returns and Man of Steel.
Because Batman was in the forefront of everything for decades.
Choose from. Okay, dude, you've got 4 of them. Just in the 80s and 90s alone. Okay, 3 in the 2000s, and these are just Batman movies, not in everybody else. Okay, all right. And then you get Batman versus Superman, so you can't even go a movie without having Batman shoved in the sumbitch.
If this movie fails to meet what they're expecting, which is we don't know for sure. I think that they're going to go on the high end. People think, oh, times changed. They're just going to accept 500 million. I don't think so. That's what the chat is saying.
All right, let me just take a poll.
They put out too much.
Let me take a poll.
10 movies to like 4.
Yeah,
5.
Let me take a poll. If you think Max has been taking L's this entire stream, put a 1. If you think Max has been right this entire stream, put a 2.
I don't need this. I don't need your approval, chat. Anyway,
wow, you're sitting on the chat now?
I'm having fun. Wow. I'm having fun.
Well, while we're doing this, please hit that like, subscribe, and please engage in the chat because we enjoy the engagement. No matter how wrong you guys are or right.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Isaac. Phil, you just joined. Well, I'm going to call you out, brother. This is ridiculous. If this movie fails, DC Studios will not fold. Worst case scenario, James Gunn and Safran will get the boot. New leadership will be put in place. If this fails, I mean, I don't know how you know that, Phil. We could be going into another merger. Zaslav could try to sell it off.
I'm gonna hope for the best and be a little optimistic and say that they're not going to be as eager to pull the ripcord as they were before.
I think if this fails, you put it to bed for a while. You wait before you reboot it again. You wait years and just focus on DC.
Well, it's going to be a little while because they're going to at least have to give him more than one movie.
Do Constantine with the Keanu Reeves, which they might do anyway. Do Batman. Finish the Batman crime saga.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We don't need a Batman movie every couple of years. We really don't.
No, finish the Batman crime saga. Do a season 2 of the Penguin in between after season or Batman part 2 and part 3. Do something else, fulfill that, and wait, and then try to sell Warner Brothers, which Zaslav might try to do anyway.
What?
He might try to sell it.
So they're going to sell Warner Brothers when they're profitable on Max. When they're selling tons of merch now. They're going to sell one. You think
Zaslav is in this for the long haul, or does he want something from it?
He's only a CEO. He doesn't own Warner Brothers, guys, and Discovery. He doesn't own these companies.
No,
he's just there for another few years. Someone will take his place. They are not selling Warner Brothers when it's becoming profitable.
I said if it doesn't become profitable.
Jeez, you're bringing my Brooklyn out of me.
I said if it doesn't become profitable, why wouldn't he do that?
I mean, you're just saying it like you want it to happen, though.
No, I don't want it to happen. I don't.
Bring it up.
Because it's movie talk. It's discussion. Because of what Phil said. I said if it fails.
If it fails, they're not going to. They're going to get at least 2 or 3 movies before anybody gets shit canned. Okay. Come on now, dude. Use your head. It doesn't matter.
I have used my head. James Gunn contract goes till November of 2026.
Okay.
So they might just not go into production with new movies.
Okay, well then that's great. Good. Maybe we'll be done with comic book movies for a while. Maybe something else will take precedence.
No, comic movies are never
This
going
is the problem. You guys always complaining about story. Why, story. Like comic book movies are these Eisner winning.
They could be.
Well, certain writers could do that.
Well,
these comic book movies aren't freaking Shakespeare. They're not meant to be Shakespeare.
Oh man, thank you, Bruce.
I'm
so sick of this crap, dude. This isn't high theater. We're not sitting here like judging it like we're in a fucking art class, dude. It's a movie. You drop $15 and $7 to $10 on a Coke, and you sit your ass down and you watch your movie, and you sit up and you're like, dang, okay, that was cool. That's it, bro.
Yep, Brooklyn, born and bred. Let's go.
I'm reacting. I'm answering the chat, Brian, and the topic of the stream is, can it save DCU? I believe it needs saving. And then the other scenario was, what if James Gunn does not succeed? What can happen? I think he is going to succeed. If he doesn't succeed, I don't think he's getting a contract extension. I think that they're not going to do DC altogether as a whole. They're going to do individual projects here and there.
Yeah, there won't be
with different directors, and then they might. Zaslav might try to sell it off, or
what merch has been selling. Merch has been selling hats, t-shirts. You can't keep these things in stock on Warner Brothers.
Oh my god, I was gonna say that's a nice shirt, but it's already peeling. What kind of bargain James Gunn t-shirt is this?
Somebody messed it up. I'm not gonna say who.
I need a new shirt. I'll get you a new shirt.
I want the Superman boxer briefs that they're selling. I saw on X today. I was like, ooh.
Can we talk about Tron Ares now?
Sure.
Fine.
I was having fun talking about this, but
I'm looking forward to Superman. The trailer got me more hype. I think it was better. I loved this Tron Ares trailer. I was not looking forward to Tron being in the real world. And then that sequence they showed was amazing, where he turns on the light cycle on a real highway. And it's spoiler warning. If you haven't seen the trailer, he cuts the police car in half. Thank goodness the policeman's okay. It just went directly in half. And then there's all kind of programs in the real world. I was not wanting that to happen. And then I saw the scene and I'm like, now I want this to happen. Like, I like the part of Tron where it goes into the program, into the computer world and all that. But now I was like, oh, wow, this is cool. This is a game changer. And then the Trent Reznor 9 Inch Nails score came in and just amazing.
What did I say to you, Bruce? What is this, 1996?
No, yes. Trent Reznor has been relevant since 96, bro.
Oh, my God, man.
He does great soundtracks.
He's learned about soundtracks 9 Inch Nails recently.
Stop. No, I did not. I listened to the 90s.
Stop. I hate 9 Inch Nails. I hated them then.
They were horrible.
And I hate them now.
What, you too, Bruce?
Yes, I'm not a fan of 9 Inch Nails.
2 songs.
Oh, you guys suck.
3 if you include Perfect Drug.
Nobody
includes Perfect Drug.
Oh, my God. Trent Reznor's one of the best. Best in the industry. Best in the industry.
Closer is so overplayed, it's not even funny.
Oh yeah, that was overplayed, but I like his stuff after that.
I liked Head Like a Hole. That was probably
that was good. There's a lot of great albums in the early 2000s.
I fell off. Sorry. I laughed when I saw that. Like, I actually laughed. I'm like, oh God, really? They're using that to sell this movie? Oh boy.
Larry, there's a reason Johnny Cash, one of his last songs, is he covered Hurt. It's great.
Hold on.
Larry,
hold on. I just did 5 memberships for my channel because I appreciate all you guys. So we got Chris, the Jedi, gifted a membership. Samir gifted a membership. Jay Knows the Way gifted a membership. Brian Master of None gifted a membership. And Double O membership. Mm-hmm. I look out for my viewers.
Gotta love them free memberships.
Larry, we got to do some music reactions without these. I don't even know what to call them. I can't believe you're both hating on Trent, dude. If you don't like the popular stuff, there's way more.
You're overselling him like he's some legend.
He is a legend. His soundtrack work is
It's
just as
closer.
is just as prolific as his band. I think he's more important than Kurt.
Where's my Les
Cobain.
Claypool theme songs and stuff?
I like
you know?
Les Claypool. Let's go
back to Primus and some South Park.
Just because you haven't listened to the other stuff, there's a lot in, exactly, Phil.
I never
All right, just to wash my palate of what Max said, and to give the guys and gals and anyone that's non-binary in the chat, here's some goodies.
Wow.
Right.
Can I get that one?
This is Vampirella.
I know who
I love New York.
I'm sure she does.
I love New York and something else too. No, I love Nirvana. Yes.
What? 9 Inch Nails is what?
Yes. You don't know. You haven't listened to 9 Inch Nails. Yeah. Yeah. Skinny Puppy. Absolutely. What happened to Ray's thing there? It's weird.
I'd rather
and Lisa's.
I'd rather listen to.
What happened? What do you mean?
Their icons are gone.
They're on my channel.
It should still show it.
What are you talking about? Which monster, Lisa? Which monster Gunslinger, which monster?
What else happened here? What else happened this week? Did we cover everything?
What else?
A Naked Gun trailer.
I didn't see that.
Hilarious.
We got it. Okay, after the show, we'll react to that because I didn't see that yet. I've been waiting to see that too. Will you react with that? They refused to react to Tron Ares with me because I've seen it already.
We've seen the trailers. Why would we react with you?
Do a trailer reaction. Just say I've seen this already. But
okay,
Max hasn't.
And just sit there.
No, and like, oh yeah, this is funnier than the first time.
I think we could talk about this because at this point, this is getting out of hand. This whole John Wick universe. Oh. We got a game. We got a prequel animated film. We got this Stahelski's
so
movie.
I have a take on
Kane spinoff ballerina, John Wick 5. Keanu might possibly come back. And we got a super chat from JSS Brooklyn. We love New York City. And thank you, Bruce. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So I did a video about this with my pal Voltaire from the Mic Drop. Voltaire. And we were reading the article and I was like, yeah, they're doing too much. And then after that, I was like, but you're talking about Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen and his character in John Wick. I was like, okay, I do want to see that. And then we started talking about the premise of John Wick and how like I liked the Bourne series. But then the Bourne series just became every movie where he goes up against the organization that created him. And then John Wick is kind of like that. Every John Wick movie is he's going up against the organization of assassins and it gets pretty stale. And I was like, well, the prequel animated film would be cool because it's not that the organization turned on him yet. He's going on missions as an assassin. So I actually really want to see that. And then I didn't even know about the John Wick game. I've been begging them to make this a perfect franchise and IP for video games. I hells yeah want to see John Wick game, except now it's going to cost probably $100. That's the only problem.
Are we coming back to this again?
No, I'm just saying it's not going into the reasons why.
You weren't buying a Switch 2 anyway.
Wait, what?
Wait, you talking about the Switch?
No, I'm talking. Listen, this is the whole thing. People are getting mad at Nintendo. You don't realize that PlayStation 5, Series X, and Nintendo are all raising their prices.
You're doing what you hate the most. What about? They are all
going to raise their prices now. The people are like, why did Nintendo do that this week?
Nintendo,
because the rest of the industry hasn't adjusted yet.
Sony and Microsoft fans aren't worried about price increases like Nintendo.
From 70 to 80 and the 80 to 90. Okay.
So what?
I'm not buying a $90 game.
You were going to buy a $90 game before they announced this.
What are you talking about?
Mario
I'm
Kart
gonna
is
tell you
$50
something right now.
Mario
Max, you
Kart was
spent
$50
$300 on a system you didn't even get.
Screw you, Brian. Mario Kart World with the bundle was $50 digital. That's the game I was going to buy.
You're gonna buy a digital, Mister. I don't like digital. I only like physical
because it was 50. Yes.
Oh my God.
So I could play it at launch. Yes.
Do you have no scruples, sir? Do you have no scruples?
I said, listen, their digital's not horrible. I prefer physical, but especially Mario Kart, I could buy it physically down the road. I don't need it physical right away. Super Mario Kart World looks like an amazing game that I want to play with my friends. And I was going to get the 50. I was not going to get the physical. Yes.
Too many versions of Mario Kart.
Nine, Sean. This is the 9th one. Okay, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. I initially was like, I was with you to John Wick overextending itself, but the only one I don't really want to see now is I'm not really interested in Ballerina because it seems woke.
Before you continue, everybody in the chat, please hit the like button, subscribe on Kingdom of Nerds. If you're watching on Kingdom of Nerds, go over to Movie Madness Entertainment, like over there. If you're watching on Movie Madness Entertainment, head over to Kingdom of Nerds and like, subscribe. And I want to point out, Sean, O'Rourke, and Donovan Martin are coexisting in the chat right now.
Oh, wow.
Holy crap. Wow, what a miracle. Thank you, guys. See, you guys can do better.
Oh, Phil says he's not going to do that. Oh, Phil.
The Mario World doesn't even look that amazing.
It proved it to me. It does look amazing. It's 24 racers instead of like 10. It's open world racing. And even between races, you just keep driving.
Oh, so it's like Forza Horizon for
yes, exactly. Yeah,
like
exactly.
Turismo,
and there's weather effects. There's weather effects.
It's finally catching up to modern racing.
You're just salty because no one plays PlayStation. No one plays Gran Turismo as much
no
as
one
Mario
plays
Kart.
Gran Turismo.
No one plays as much. You didn't let me finish. As much as Mario Kart. People play Mario Kart more than Gran Turismo.
But you're getting excited over weather changing.
Yes, I love that shit.
Off the map.
Yes. I love racing games.
That's been in racing for over a decade now.
I love all racing games. I love Forza. I love Forza Horizon. I love Gran Turismo. And some of my favorite racing games are kart racers because they're great to play with your friends.
I was playing Tony Stewart's All-American Racing.
You would know. You all would know if you would all play Speedstorm with me.
Stop. That game is a
Disney
money pit.
Speedstorm.
It's just trying to get you to pay for characters, blah, blah, blah. And like DL says, the graphics from the Switch 2 and the Switch 1, there's no difference.
That's my problem with Nintendo.
You need glasses.
Day one. No, dude. They still have N64 graphics.
Yes.
Do I need to bring up the trailer?
And it's still going to run at 30 frames per second.
Bro, when the biggest advance you made was 20 years ago in terms of graphics, I wouldn't be.
It's in 4K now. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Open world 4K weather effect.
All
right, we're bringing up the trailer.
Anyway, like I was saying, if Angry Joe, one of the biggest Nintendo slobberknobbers, had a problem with the graphics and
he just does things for clicks. He just does things for clicks.
Joe is real.
Don't
do that. Don't do that.
No, great Angry Joe? Angry Joe show?
Yes, Angry Joe with other Joe. Come on.
Nah. I like him, but he's very hyperbolic. He has to keep up with the narrative of him being angry all the time. So he goes overboard on stuff that's
it's 4K decent. Only, Doc. And Digital Foundry said,
do you need 4K in your hands?
The battery life on the Switch 2 is under 2 hours. Under 2 hours of playtime on the Switch, too. That's horrible. Come on.
That's lame.
You know what? Bring a battery pack. A battery bank. Bring a battery bank. It takes USB-C. Bring a USB-C battery bank.
Just get a Steam Deck. Thank you. Steam Deck.
They're not 1080p handheld.
What? So what? They're still better than the Switch.
No.
All right. Anyway, back to movie talk.
No, I got to bring up Mario Kart World because you guys say it's
well,
still.
while you're doing that,
insane people have said this looks
there we
no
go.
better.
$450 for under 2 hours of gameplay. Yes, DL.
What are you talking about? Under 2 hours of gameplay for Mario Kart World? Are you kidding me?
We're talking about the system
just
battery
because
life. The battery life, Max.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me. L for who? Me?
You know, Beltray always gives you L.
You know what's the best? The best on the market right now with
what is that?
Xbox. The best value for your money right now is the Xbox. Game Pass, no charge for backwards compatibility, upscaling.
That sounds like PlayStation Plus also.
No, PlayStation was charging it right at the start.
They charge for backward compatibility, Max? Really?
No, they charge to upscale the backwards compatible games for
That's
better
not
quality.
true, Max.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You don't even have PlayStation Plus.
I do still have.
You don't have the
Not
premium package. Exactly. What are you talking
I mean, I have a premium package, but not the PlayStation.
I wouldn't consider your stomach a premium package.
4 minutes?
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh my God. We got a super chat. $1.99 from Ray. Thoughts on 4X Beatles movie? Any favorites? Paul McCartney. Thank you very much.
I am happy they're making Beatles. I think the 4 separate movies is kind of ridiculous. Let's be real. If they're really going to do this, everyone's going to go see the John and Paul one, and some are going to see Harrison, and no one's going to see Ringo, and it's going to be very sad. Let's be real. They don't need 4 movies to do this. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm open to the context. I love the Beatles.
I will say this: they have 4 very talented actors for these roles. So,
who's going to see the Ringo movie?
I will go see the Ringo movie. Damn it!
Okay,
just to complete the.
It'll still have everybody in it at one point in time.
All right. I don't know if I see. Here's the thing. I don't think I would go to all 4. Are they gonna launch with John or Paul?
Does it matter?
I honestly can't. Not George. I love George Harrison too, but honestly, I keep going back. Who's my favorite, John or Paul? It changes.
Well, John's will be the shortest. So.
Wow,
that's pretty rough. All right.
Wow.
Okay, now you guys made me do this because you fanboys.
Can we get Lady Gaga Yoko Ono?
Don't do that to Lady Gaga. No one likes Yoko Ono.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I know.
I love Lady Gaga. You know that.
Glimmercast, watch Ringo make Kagan's Oscar moment. I think Barry Keoghan is overrated.
Chubby.
What?
He's a little overrated. I don't see why people are. I haven't seen him enough in I didn't like him as Joker.
You haven't watched any of his
I didn't
movies.
like him as a Joker. Was he in Eternals too?
Oh my God.
I think he was in Eternals.
He was a child in that movie.
So I'm not impressed so far. I haven't seen him in other. I know he's been
because you haven't chosen to watch his movies.
I've seen a few things he's in, and in each one I didn't like him.
Eternals
I just said
and
Eternals in the Batman, and then I saw him in something else too, and I was just like, okay. He was in some trendy movie recently. Everyone was saying was really good.
Saltburn.
Yeah, Saltburn.
Did you watch Saltburn?
No, I didn't watch Saltburn. People said he was good in that.
You didn't watch it, but
no, I said I didn't.
Be a movie talk channel. You don't watch a lot of movies, Max.
This old argument again. I don't get why people rave about Barry Keoghan. I'm not saying he's bad. I just don't get it. I don't get it. See, Sean agrees with me.
Sean always agrees with you. That's what George good friends do.
Okay, let's watch this just a little bit here, and I want
we're not gonna
Brian
get a choice for this, right?
No. And I want Brian to admit that he was wrong.
I'll be right back. You could talk uninterrupted.
This does not look like N64.
Oh wow, GameCube graphics are coming up in the world.
Look at this. Look at those. Look at that. This is like Pixar. Look at all those racers, Brian. You would play this with me. You totally would.
I don't like Mario Kart, dude.
Wow, even Rhea's turning on me. Literally no one said they wanted to watch this trailer.
He was just trying to prove a point.
This is
like
not
Disney Speedstorm.
This looks better than Speedstorm. Which is, it's hard for me to say because I love Speedstorm. Look at this. You wouldn't like to play this for free?
To be fair, Max, the last Mario Kart lasted 7 years. They had 7 years to work on this game.
That's true. They don't oversaturate
But it
the
still
market.
looks the same as the last Mario Kart.
No, it does not.
It does so, Max.
No, it does not. No, it does not. Look at that. All right, we've seen enough.
Thank you. See, Chubby gets it. It looks like something on the GameCube, dude.
Okay.
That's my gripe with Nintendo.
No.
Thank you. It looks very similar.
They make a new system.
If it's not, if it's
$400 and be like,
no,
here you go.
Oh, sorry.
You know, I will say this: I'm not a fan of kart racing games.
Here's the thing.
I'm not going to knock people for liking kart racing games, but it does look similar to the last.
Here's
couple
a
Mario
lot
Karts.
of issues that I have with criticisms of people and with graphics. I feel like people that criticize Nintendo graphics are potentially comparing it to all the other next gen games we get that just use Unreal Engine and everything looks realistic and samey. I appreciate.
Samey?
Yes.
You're the same person that said jokey.
All of these games that are released on the PS5 and Series X, most of them use Unreal Engine. They use the most realistic skins, and some of them even have limited animation.
Can I ask you a question?
They just look real. They're just realistic looking skins. Whereas Nintendo does animation, all this fluid CGI animation. It doesn't just use the template of every other game. It has personality, character. Just because it doesn't look super realistic, people are saying it looks like GameCube.
Can I ask you a question, Max?
Yeah.
Is this Mario? What is it called? Mario Kart World?
Yes.
Is this releasing also for the Switch One?
No. Switch One can't handle the big open world aspect. Switch 2 only. And Ashley, you two, oh my God. I never thought this day would come. It's nothing. I got
somebody yelling at me from the other room about Mario Kart right now. Thanks,
yes.
Max. Thanks, Max.
You're welcome.
Douche.
4K 60 frames.
We could talk about Sinners. It's getting really good.
I want to see
word
Sinners.
of mouth so far.
I want to see Sinners. I still want to see Tron Ares first.
Well, Sinners comes out first.
Yeah, no, I know. In out of these movies, though, Tron Ares would be number one for me. Superman, and then Sinners would be below that. You know.
So, out of the three, Max would probably see one.
No, I'm gonna see them. You know, I've been busy. My sister moved this weekend. It's been hell.
Has your sister been moving for the last year that you couldn't watch movies?
I went to see Captain America 4. I went to see Hard Eyes. I just didn't go to see Snow White. I was gonna see Snow White this weekend, but it's just not gonna happen. It's been too crazy. I'll see if
it'll be on streaming.
I'll see if I can see it this next week coming up. I still didn't renew my AMC A list because I can't get to the theater enough. You know. But what else came out this weekend? There's other stuff this weekend. I might want to see more than Snow White. Well, besides Minecraft, I don't want to see.
Well,
Minecraft.
there's going to be a Hugh Jackman is getting a new film. It's called 3 Bags Full, a sheep detective story. Follow the flock of sheep who must solve brutal murder of their shepherd, played by Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
Patrick Stewart and Emma Thompson, huh?
Yes.
I would probably pick Snow White over Minecraft if I was going to go to the theater tomorrow. Honestly.
Right. Cool.
People that saw the Fantastic Four trailer said that Sue Storm is pregnant in the trailer from CinemaCon.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna get Franklin Richards. The director of Fantastic Four said that there will be no other superheroes showing up in that film. It's a Fantastic Four movie. We're not gonna have Iron Man. Blah 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 blah.
All right.
You know, there's been some stuff. You know,
3 bags full of sheep detective story.
sounds like fun, right?
I'm not sold on it. I'll have to see a trailer. That doesn't do it for me. Just the description there. Follows a flock of sheep who must solve the brutal murder of their shepherd.
Did you watch the Naked Gun trailer, Max?
No, I did not. I want to.
Oh, so let me show you a picture from the trailer.
Yeah.
Wait, let me. Oh, here we go. There we go.
Liam Neeson is the perfect person to bring this back if you're going to recast. You know, that you have to recast, honestly. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy to see Liam Neeson do something other than something that's just like another Taken movie. I want to see his humor. This is great. Great shot. He's still got the legs. Look at that. Impressive. At that age, yeah. Got good legs.
Skinny legs?
Nah, you know, there's good. I don't, you know, what is that? What kind of boxers is that? Or
those are heart panties.
Oh, those are not boxers. Those are panties with hearts. Okay.
OJ's kid. That was the funniest part ever.
That was pretty funny.
Oh, I didn't. Don't spoil the stuff for me.
We're not gonna spoil it.
Sean says was funny, but a film not needed. Yeah. I want movie talk to be. It's cool right here, Chubby Teddy. It's cool right here. We need to get you
It'll
back
never
on the
be
show.
cool again. Chubby.
Oh my God.
It's over.
It's not over. Movie talk
road.
is alive and well. I'm so sick of that argument.
Well, yes, of course, it's alive and well on Kingdom of Nerds on Monday night's mature movie entertainment show.
Well, I have a topic. Maybe we could end the show with this one because I love James Bond. Pierce Brosnan said he could still play James Bond in a pinch.
No, he can't.
Now, yes, he absolutely he can. He's still got it. Did you see him on promoting an Aston Martin? Can you imagine? What if they did a one-off movie now that Amazon completely owns it? Barbara Broccoli is not involved. You get a director, and they want to bring Pierce Brosnan. Maybe they want to bring back Halle Berry too, because she was in the last Pierce Brosnan James Bond movie. Why not do a one-off with Pierce Brosnan? What do you say, Brian?
Oh, we don't know.
Why?
No.
Well, here's what he says. The Today Show asked if he thought he would still play a role. In a pinch, he said, let's see where the wind takes us. Let's see what happens. They know where to find me. Why not? Well, it seems like Amazon will want to choose a young actor to usher in the new era of 007. A lot of Bond fans that brought
No. I say they bring back Timothy Dalton, 79 years old, James Bond. Let's go.
Me too. I would love Timothy Dalton. Timothy Dalton was great.
It's one of my favorite Bonds, actually.
Yeah. No, he's he's one of the most underrated Bonds. George Lazenby's also not horrible. It was not bad, not that bad. But I would be up for like them doing a one-off movie, not like a whole series. Do a one-off movie with Brosnan or Dalton would be my top picks there. Well, you can't do Sean Connery or
they could AI
Roger Moore. No, I don't want to. I don't want AI. I don't want. If it's going to go that far, I would say recast.
You mean Thunderball 2, Sean?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, it's Thunderball. That's all that movie is.
Wow, Isaac. Okay. All right. So his departure of Bond was highly controversial. Yeah, he was still he was not ready to go. Like Daniel Craig whined about it on his way out. I don't want to have to come back. It's such a pain to be it. But Pierce Brosnan was ready to do it again, and they just like, no, we're rebooting After Die Another Day. It was so horribly received. You know,
I hate that movie.
No, it was my least favorite. There's some cool stuff in there, especially Halle Berry. Sorry, I get them confused. I love them both, Halle Bailey and Berry. And they were, before it bombed, they were actually talking about doing a spinoff of Jinx, and I was all for that. We were very close to getting a spinoff with the American Spy counterpart Jinx with Halle Berry. And I would love to see her come back.
She still looks good.
Yeah, she is still a smoke show. Follow her on X. She posts some really great posts. That's all I'm saying.
She's crazy.
What? Why? Why is she crazy? So I would like to see both Pierce Brosnan and Halle Berry come back. You know.
So I think that's end of the stream. So. Cool. Please like, subscribe. If you're watching on the rewind, please leave the comments for the video. Let us know if you like this weekend Power Hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like doing Power Hour on the weekends. It's pretty fun.
Well, I've been MIA for the last few days. Whew.
I was gone for a week because I was sick, and I've been making content like every day, which is awesome.
And Brian chose not to be with us, but thank you for joining us tonight.
If I did something like this, I could handle something like this.
Smaller panels is where it's at.
I just don't like the huge panels where everyone's trying to get their shit in, and it's just like, I'm good, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Have fun getting your shit in.
Yes, they are, Grumpy G. Yes, they are. And she also has her own, you know how people have their own champagne or beer or whiskey? She has her own lube she sells. That's the first time I heard of that. BPD. Okay.
And you know, just for the thumbnail's sake, let's go Superman.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. I will take it. Thank you, Bruce. What movie did you do with Halle Berry, Sean? That's awesome. I hope you got a picture. That would be great. Okay, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think we said that.
Oh, who said end the stream? Are you waiting for me?
I don't know. Are you are you doing To the Max tonight?
Yes.
Hey, what time is To the Max?
10:30. I have stuff to make
10:30. Jesus,
that's late, Max.
You don't have to go. I'll do it.
Whoa, he said he don't need you.
No, I said you. I would be happy to have you. But you don't.
Max is such a bad friend.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, just sitting here for an hour is killing my back.
Okay.